up, guys? It's your boy, Barca Boy 103. Today we're going to be reacting to the Barcelona news over the past 24 hours, and we have now officially entered the last 48 hours of the summer transfer window. Strap your seatbelts, because for Barcelona, it's going to be crazy. First off, incomings. Bernardo Silva's name is back on the table. Barcelona are preparing a big offer to Man City, and Man City will accept if they're satisfied with that offer. Pep Guardiola now is back in track. He's saying, look, we may have some exits or arrivals at Man City. Of course, a few days ago, he's saying no more arrivals and exits. Now he's saying there could be, because Barcelona is sniffing at Bernardo Silva as they see him as the icing on the cake for the transfer window. Now that means that Barcelona will spend pretty much the rest of their transfer budget on Bernardo Silva, with a few extra million going to Marcos Alonso, but the club still needs a right back. Xavi considers this as a priority. The club have to sign a right back. Juan Foyth, of course, injured, too expensive. The name of Thomas Meunier picked up a lot yesterday, but then died down because Hector Bellerin's name is the main candidate, because of course he will be coming in on a free transfer, which of course will satisfy Barcelona beyond belief. Xavi is happy with Bellerin, not the ideal choice, but most importantly, he is better than nothing. And again, Bellerin is now the #1 target and most likely right back arrival for Barcelona. But of course, with players coming in, players will have to leave. We have big updates on Abde leaving, Braithwaite, Pjanic, Dest, and also Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, which then will all lead to Memphis Depay and Frenkie de Jong possibly staying. We also have updates on Marc Ter Stegen taking a salary reduction to help Barcelona in the final few days of the window, and also 2 Barcelona athletic players being promoted to the first team, i.e. Gavi and Inaki Pena. But before we get into it, make sure you guys smash that like button down below. Let's try to get to 300 likes in this video. Be very much appreciated. Also, if you're new, make sure you subscribe down below if you haven't already, and let's get into it. Let's start off with the transfer news over the past 24 hours. Now, the first players that we have been linked with is of course players in the right back position. As we all know, you can pretty much consider that Xavi's #1 priority from now until the window closes tomorrow is to sign a right back. And yesterday morning, we all thought it was going to be Thomas Meunier. Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Thomas Meunier is now the primary option for the right back position after Juan Foyth is almost ruled out because of injury and the price. Barcelona make attempt to sign him, contacts have resumed, and Hector Bellerin is a backup option for him. But Borussia Dortmund want around 15 to 20 million euros to sell Meunier, but Barcelona don't want to pay that much. What is clear is that Barcelona need exits before they can make any signings, of course. So we heard this yesterday early morning. I'm thinking, oh god, we're gonna spend 20 million euros on a 30-year-old. Ain't worth it whatsoever. And then the reports slowly but surely started to come in about the deal falling through. It was first Marc came out saying that Thomas Meunier to Barcelona is now very complicated. It looks like the club will not be able to sign him. And then Gerardo came out confirming the news as well. And then we got the final confirmation from Germany in Sport 1. They came out saying that as things stands, Thomas Meunier will not join Barcelona. Barcelona were interested and held negotiation, but the transfer fee and the salary package of the player is currently unfeasible for Barcelona. I think more so the club don't want to pay it. Of course, Thomas Meunier is asking for, some money that the club didn't want to pay him. Borussia Dortmund asking for a big transfer fee. In the end, Barcelona decided to move away from Meunier. Now you're wondering, who's going to be the right back? Well, we do know who it will be now. The club are going to pursue a signing in the next 48 hours, and that is Hector Bellerin. Nico Days from Cope came out saying that Hector Bellerin is going to wait for the call from Barcelona until the last second of the transfer window. Today will be a key day to know if the club reactivates the operation or discards it, definitely pending a call from Mateo Alemán. So now we're hearing that Hector Bellerin is the #1 priority for Barcelona in the right back position because he will be a free agent. Now, Gerardo also came out saying that Barcelona could make an offer for Hector Bellerin if he agrees to a salary of around 3 to 3.5 million euros per season. He also came out saying that Barcelona will sign Hector Bellerin on a free deal instead of Juan Foyth and Thomas Meunier, because this will allow Barcelona to invest all their money in Bernardo Silva, who of course we will talk about later on in the video. And finally, Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Hector Bellerin is now waiting for Barcelona. He has already told the club that he is ready to adapt to a lower salary corresponding with the wage bill of the club. He would arrive on a free deal after terminating his contract with Arsenal. Look, I said this, 3 weeks ago when that big list came out from Romero about the right backs that Barcelona looking for was the Juan Foyth, Delo, Wan-Bissaka, Frimpong, and Thomas Meunier. I said Bellerin will be an option for Barcelona if we don't get the top 2 on that list. And look, I'd much rather get Hector Bellerin than Thomas Meunier. When that rumor came out about Thomas Meunier in the morning yesterday, I'm like, oh god, we're going to spend 20 million euros on Meunier. Every single second of the week, we're about to take Hector Bellerin on a free transfer. Spanish, adapt better from La Masia, free as well. Thomas Meunier will cost 20 million euros and will probably be on the same salary, if not maybe a bit more, than Hector Bellerin. And of course, he's 30 years old as well. For me, that made no sense whatsoever. So I am happy with Barcelona going for Hector Bellerin over Thomas Meunier. As we all know, it's not the ideal choice. There's many other right backs that are clear of Hector Bellerin, but right now, it's available in the market in the last 48 hours. He's the best option. So to be honest, I'd rather sign Hector Bellerin than no one. I also said this about a month ago as well. So we'll wait and see. And again, Barcelona want to sign Hector Bellerin because he's a cheap option. That way they can use all their money to sign a certain someone else. But a Spanish fullback from the Premier League who will 100% sign for Barcelona before tomorrow's deadline is Marcos Alonso. We got the confirmation from Joao Ramiro. He came out saying that Marcos Alonso will join Barcelona. His signing is 100% done. Also, having Miguel from AES came out saying that deal is done as well, and that his medicals are scheduled for later on today. Of course, I'm still waiting for the Romano Here We Go to make the exclusive Alonso deal by himself. I will do that soon once it gets the confirmation from all over the place. Want that just security. I don't want to upload the video then the deal flops. I'm very worried about that. So I'm waiting for more confirmation, and then we'll talk about Alonso in depth in that video. But for now, as we all know, he was Chavi's number one priority, so you have to accept it. We'll wait and see how he performs. We'll also wait to see the situation of Jordi Alba and Alejandro Balde as well. Looks like the club will go with 3 left backs into the season. So again, expect Marcos Alonso to be signed in the next 24 to 40 hours, and also expect an exclusive video from myself about his deal. But the player that the Barcelona board right now are targeting the most in the final 48 hours of the transfer window is the icing on the cake signing in Bernardo Silva. Over the past few days, I told you guys, look, the deal is pretty much dead. There's a 1% chance, but 99% faith. And that 99% faith right now is fully in motion. Joao Ramiro cannot stop talking about Bernardo Silva. Of course, Ramiro is in monsters around Barcelona, so we have to cover this. He's come out saying that Barcelona may make an official offer to Manchester City for Bernardo Silva very soon. Bernardo Silva's operation is still open no matter how much is publicly denied. Barcelona believe that the departures of Aubameyang, Pjanic, and Braithwaite could allow the club to sign Bernardo Silva, Marcos Alonso, and Hector Bellerin. Man City are no longer refusing to start talks for Bernardo Silva. They will let him leave if an agreement is reached with Barcelona, and Barcelona has everything prepared to go for everything to sign Bernardo Silva. Man City as well also have a replacement ready just in case. Now, everyone thought the replacement was Lucas Paqueta, who's now gone to West Ham, so everyone's thinking, oh, there's a replacement gone, they're not signing Bernardo. Well, we've seen PSG over the past 24 hours sign 2 Spanish midfielders in Fabian Ruiz and also Carlos Soler. And that brings back the question that we talked about a month ago, saying that if Bernardo leaves, Fabian Ruiz will go to PSG, and then Verratti will go to Manchester City. And apparently that deal is still on the table, because now PSG have an overbooking in their midfield. They brought in Vitinho, Renato Sanches, they brought in Fabian Ruiz, and now Carlos Soler. So they can keep all of them, of course, but they do have the option to let one leave, and it could be Verratti. So keep your eyes on that as well. And lastly, Joao Ramiro came out saying that FC Barcelona's economic area have verified that if the departures are done as planned, the club will be able to sign and register Bernardo Silva. So the club is saying, look, if we can get rid of certain players, we'll talk about them, of course, in the departure section, like Aubameyang, Dest, Pjanic, Abde on loan, maybe Memphis, the club can sign Bernardo. Of course, for the full back options, now we're going for Hector Bellerin, who's for free, and Marcos Alonso, who's going to cost around 6 million euros. And also, Joao Ramiro came out saying about Alonso that his deal of 6 million euros could be even paid in installments to make Barcelona be able to sign Bernardo. We all knew the reports coming out a few weeks ago said that Barcelona right now have around 60 million euros left of the transfer budget. So if we think about that, we got money for Juan Foyth, that's probably another extra 20, so that's now 80. Sell Oba. It's definitely possible, of course. The question for me now is, will Barcelona make the bid, and also will Man City accept the bid as well? Now also, over the past, I would say, few days or so since the charity match against Man City, Pep Guardiola in the press has kept on saying that Bernardo Silva will 100% stay at the club. There is no chance. There will be no more ins and no more outs at Man City. Well, they have been caught in a lie because, as we all know, Man City are on the verge of signing Akanji, the Swiss center back from Borussia Dortmund, and also Pep yesterday spoke about Bernardo again, but now it's taken a whole entire 360 turn. He was asked on Bernardo, he said that, look, I've said many times how important Bernardo is for us, just 1 or 2 days left in the window, and then everyone will focus on playing. He was then asked, can you say no more business will be done from now to the end of the window for Man City, no more ins, no more outs? He said, look, no, I don't know what will happen. So again, Pep Guardiola tracking back. He's already been caught in a lie about Bernardo, and again, Man City are on the verge of signing Akanji. It's not done yet, but they are on the verge of signing him. So there you go. He said, what, 2 days ago, no more ins, no more outs. It looks like that they could have 1 in and 1 out as well. We'll wait and see. I think it's got to be like, I still don't think it would. I would bet on Bernardo Silva not coming to Barcelona. Of course, I'd love it. I'll celebrate it. I'll celebrate like we just won the Champions League. It'll be a world-class signing. He's a world-class midfielder available for a very, very decent price. I think Man City will take that, of course. He rejected a big contract renewal from Man City on the same salary as Kevin De Bruyne, and Bernardo Silva said no. So again, I'm still thinking 1% chance, 99% faith. I would bet a lot of money that this deal will not happen, but you know, in the Mercado, you just never know. The club are planning for it. Look, they're sacrificing big signs like Juan Foyth in the right back position to sign Hector Bellerin for free to give us more money to sign Bernardo. So all indications are saying that we'll still go for Bernardo, but I can't see Man City leaving their, like, letting go of their top player. Probably what? Kevin De Bruyne, Holland, then Bernardo, so the third best player in their team leave in the last 24 hours of the window. Then you might be wondering, can they sign Verratti from PSG in 24 hours as well? I don't know, but we'll wait and see. It is still on the table, and again, I'll say it one more time, 1% chance, but 99% faith. Let's now discuss the players who have been rumored to leave Barcelona over the past 24 hours. First off, of course, the main candidate to leave, and right now the closest player to the exit door at Barcelona is Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang to Chelsea. Now, yesterday I told you guys in the video there'll be a big meeting yesterday between Barcelona and Chelsea to try and reach the agreement for Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. The meeting did happen and no agreement was found. Fabrizio Romano came out saying there is no complete agreement between Barcelona and Chelsea for Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang quite yet following yesterday's meeting, but all parties are remaining in contact and there will be another meeting today. Now, when I saw this, I'm thinking, when I said yesterday's video, if there's no agreement, here we go, yesterday, I don't think the deal will happen. But then something big happened. Chelsea lost to Southampton in the Premier League by 2-1 yesterday. Guess what? They lacked a striker. I think today Chelsea will give Barcelona the money they want, and Gerardo Miro is saying they will. Gerardo Miro came out saying the agreement is very close between Barcelona and Chelsea for Aubameyang for 23 million euros fixed, plus 25 million euros in variables. Apparently Barcelona lowered their asking price after weeks of negotiation with Chelsea from 30 million to 25, and they're not going to accept this variable of a 25 million euro package. Look, I think in the end, with we'll talk about Memphis thing as well. Looks like that would be very, very likely. Look, I want to keep one of Aubameyang or Memphis. In the end, looks like we will do so. If we get to go both, then we got to go deep into the market for another striker. No one's really available right now. Again, set on 200,000 euros per week. We brought him in for free last summer. For the 6 months he was here, we paid him basically peanuts. We're selling him for 25 million euros and then saving on his wages. I think overall, it's a fantastic deal for Barcelona, and I'm absolutely not mad. I'm not disappointed. I'm not angry with the board for accepting this offer. I would have accepted it as well. But I'm just a big fan of Aubameyang. I love the player, so it's disappointing to see him leave. But then again, the offer is too good. So wait and see. So now here we go. Only Gerardo Miro saying this right now, and as we all know, he's always 2 or 3 days early from everyone else. I am expecting Aubameyang to go to Chelsea. I think this deal will happen, especially after their big loss yesterday against Southampton. So keep your eyes on this. We are expecting here we go at some point today. Worst case scenario tomorrow. Now, players exit that has been most talked about over the past 24 hours with multiple reports coming in is the exit of Sergino Dest. Now, Aubameyang is the closest exit, of course, but Dest right now is the most talked about. Let's go through it. Yesterday was a big day for Dest. Firstly, Ken Desir came out saying that Sergino Dest's environment confirms there is interest of Villarreal, but the player is not considering that option for now. Borussia Dortmund had also shown interest in the player as well, but with the Meunier deal falling through, that is very unlikely. So Villarreal yesterday did make an offer to Dest to join them this summer, but Dest did reject it. Then Gerardo Miro came out saying that Manchester United are showing interest in Dest, which we will talk about now. Javier Mata, who of course is the #1 source around Villarreal, he came out confirming that Villarreal did offer Dest a contract and that Dest rejected it. Then he came out and said that Sergino Dest will stay at Barcelona unless a big offer that tempts the player will arrive. And Romero also confirmed this as well, saying that Dest has not changed his position. He rejected Villarreal's offer and plans to stay at Barcelona at least until January unless a big offer arrives in the next 48 hours. Looks like that offer has indeed arrived, and it is from Manchester United. Romero came out saying that Manchester United are very interested in Sergino Dest and could make an offer for him before the deadline. Then Paul Hurst from the Telegraph, I believe in the UK, very close to United, he came out saying that Barcelona want to loan out Dest to Manchester United with an obligation to buy. Dest had initially rejected the United interest, but is now weighing up an offer from the club, but the transfer will depend mainly on Wan-Bissaka's exit from Manchester United. Now, Mundo Deportivo came out saying that now Sergino Dest is working to go out on loan to United. Barcelona don't have any other offers. The club will only accept a swap deal with Diego Dallo, which right now is impossible. There are no good reports also on Wan-Bissaka, neither on nor off the field as well. So apparently Barcelona offered a Dest Dallo swap deal. United rejected it, but then United offered back a Wan-Bissaka Dest swap deal, and then Barcelona rejected it as well. Now finally, Samuel Marsden and Moises Malloris from ESPN have come out saying that Sergino Dest was reluctant to leave Barcelona, but is now open to the move to Manchester United. Barcelona want around 20 million euros, but would be open to negotiation. Loan with a buy option may also be considered. Barcelona through intermediates were offered a swap deal involving Dest and Wan-Bissaka, but they were not keen on it. Of course, they preferred the low Dest swap deal. So apparently United want Dest. We're hearing right now that Erik ten Hag prefers Dest over Wan-Bissaka, but Manchester United do not want to sell Wan-Bissaka, as of course his price has depreciated increasingly a lot over the past few years. They bought him for 50, they can only sell him now for 15, so on the books it'll look like, you know, investment loss or whatever crap like that. So United don't want to get rid of Wan-Bissaka, but Erik ten Hag, their manager, of course, is telling them, look, get rid of Wan-Bissaka and bring me in Dest. Of course, Erik ten Hag and Dest did work at Ajax together for a few years. Look, I'm not a big fan of a loan with a buy option. Loan with the buy obligation, of course, I'm all over it. And again, Barcelona, the sporting sector, the coaching staff, and Xavi all have zero faith in Dest. It makes no sense to keep him. If there's an offer, I think anything decent, the club will accept it. Personally, again, buy option loan, I'm not a fan of, but any other sale, I think I would take it for sure. But we'll wait and see. It depends on what United offer for Barcelona, and of course it does depend on them also on getting rid of Wan-Bissaka that best suits them as well. So we'll wait and see. Again, it will be difficult, but there is only one club interested right now in Dest, which is Manchester United. He received an offer from Villarreal. Borussia Dortmund showed some interest, but it was not very strong. Again, the club want to get rid of him, so we'll wait and see what happens. But again, I would say keep an eye on United's interest in the next 48 hours. They could make some movements for Dest. Now, another player's exit that has been spoken about a lot over the past 24 hours is the exit of Miralem Pjanic. A week ago, he was staying at Barcelona, new number 16, back to Busquets, but now all of a sudden, the club are considering to let him leave to again open up more margin in FFP for the wage bill. Now, Romero came out saying that yesterday there were negotiations between Barcelona and El Nasir for Pjanic. El Nasir offered a loan deal paying 70% of his salary, but Barcelona rejected the offer as they want a permanent transfer. Yes, yes, yes. What did I say in this video? If we let go Pjanic, it has to be a permanent move. Loan does not make sense because we can use Pjanic this season. I can't see it feasible whatsoever in any way, shape, or form. But now apparently the club may consider a loan if El Nasir cover 100% of Pjanic's salary. Romero again came out saying that in order to activate the Bernardo Silva operation, El Nasir must sign Pjanic by paying 100% of his salary. Till now, they are only offering 70. Now, Tutu Mercado came out saying that Xavi likes Miralem Pjanic and the Bosnian is delighted with Xavi, but if Frenkie de Jong ends up staying, Barcelona have to get rid of another midfielder to lower the wage bill to bring in Bernardo Silva. That is why El Nasir's proposal right now is being evaluated, which of course makes sense. Now, Henry Nicodemus from Cope came out saying that the El Nasir president is in Barcelona. He flew in from Abu Dhabi yesterday, and El Nasir are interested in Miralem Pjanic. Pjanic's agent, of course, Ramadani, met with the Aliman yesterday about Pjanic and also Marc Alonso, and the player is aware of everything while he is in a little bit of vacation in Ibiza. As we all know, the club was given a few, the players were given, not the club, the players were given a few days off. I think Frenkie and Memphis went to London. We saw Lewandowski on the beach. Pjanic apparently went to Ibiza, so this all makes sense. But then a 360 U-turn like you've never seen before happened because the NCD president tweeted about the situation. He came out saying that I woke up and I got 324 messages on my phone. I swear to God, we have nothing to do with Barcelona, and I swear to God, we have nothing to do with Pjanic negotiation. Our team is complete, and our contracts are based on technical reports. I mean, I don't know what to think, because you have the most reliable journalists in Barcelona. You have Inaki, you have Gerard Romero speaking, you have Tutu Mercado as well, all saying that he's in Barcelona in negotiation with the club, and then he's tweeting, I swear to God, I'm not doing anything. So, I mean, I don't know what to believe, but we saw Pep and, Ferran Soriano, the CEO of Man City, lie, so this all could be part of negotiation. I don't know, but the fact that he's tweeted this makes me think that maybe this may not be the case, but again, Pjanic just have interest from other clubs as well. We're hearing Olympique Lyon are also interested, his former club, but NCD, of course, making that big offer to Barcelona, covering his, not covering his full wages, but covering 70% where the club wants 100. Look, Pjanic will only leave if some club offers a loan to cover his full salary or a permanent transfer. That's the only way he's going to leave. There's no other reason to let him go because we can use him this season. Again, we have games every other day. World Cup, Pjanic will be used at some point this season. So it doesn't make sense to get rid of him because, he's not good enough. Let's say, for example, this is Ricky Puig, will be all over it, 70%, yep, take it, blah, 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 adios. Makes sense. But Pjanic, we can use him. So unless a big offer comes in with a permanent transfer or maybe a loan that covers 100% of a salary, the club will not sell Pjanic. But again, we are hearing that his exit will be key to bringing Bernardo Silva if that deal is possible, to free up some margin in the FFP. So we'll see on Pjanic, but from now until the window ends, his future will be in doubt. Now, a player who is 100% going to be leaving Barcelona, hopefully for the transfer window ends, he could leave afterwards, but the plan is, of course, to get rid of him before the Thursday deadline, is Martin Braithwaite via, of course, contract termination. Now, Sport have come out saying that Martin Braithwaite's contract will be terminated. Barcelona believe that he'll finally give up to the club's pressure, and the intention is to pay him at most for 1 year of the remaining 2 years of his contract. So again, we're hearing reports saying that on paper, Braithwaite should be earning 10 million euros from the 2 years. Of course, Barcelona only want to pay him for 1 year, which is 5 million. From that 5 million, the club will only pay him around 2.5, which I think is, of course, fantastic. From 10 to 2.5, get rid of him now, of course, make some room in the FFP margin as well. It's a win-win for Barcelona. So we'll wait and see on Braithwaite, but again, he's on track for that termination, and it will be happening very, very soon. Now, another player who is also guaranteed to leave the club before Thursday's deadline is, of course, Abde, but it will be on good terms, not like Braithwaite. He will be going out on loan to gain minutes and experience in La Liga. Now, we heard over the past few days that he was going to go to Real Valladolid, but now that's changed. He's going to Osasuna. Gerard Romero came out saying that Abde will go on loan to Osasuna if there's no last minute change. The club has bet heavily on him in the last few hours. You know what? I've never seen this before. The amount of clubs that want Abde and that he was close to joining is ridiculous. We heard what? Villarreal, Valencia, Real Valladolid, and now Osasuna. It's changing every single day. I've never seen this before. We heard literally, oh, he's on the verge of going to Villarreal. Oh, never mind, on the verge of Valencia, he'll join Nico. Oh, never mind, Valladolid, Ronaldo Nazario wants him. Oh, now it's Osasuna. Hey, man, wherever he goes, I wish him the best, and he will get minutes. That's the whole point for loaning him out. So Abde will be going out on loan before the deadline. He's going somewhere, but I would say at the moment that somewhere is very much unknown. Now, a player who is currently out on loan from Barcelona, but his loan case is causing a big debate and, a bit of worriness around the fan base over the past few weeks is, of course, the case of Antoine Griezmann. What we're hearing now is that Barcelona is very calm about the situation. Sport came out saying that Barcelona are convinced that Diego Simeone received orders from above not to start Antoine Griezmann this season. However, they're convinced that the Frenchman will eventually start matches for Atletico Madrid, as the calendar is very tight this season due to the World Cup. Although it depends on how far Atletico Madrid make it into knockout competitions this season, Antoine Griezmann will only have to play more than 45 minutes in around 15 matches for his loan move to be permanent. Barcelona are calm regarding the matter. Now, what I was worried about a few days ago is I thought that he had to play 50% of matches he was available for 50% of the game for both the seasons, but apparently it's actually combined. And of course, last season, Griezmann was playing week in, week out. I think he played a total of around 81% of his matches for more than 45 minutes, which of course is absolutely fantastic. So theoretically speaking, only 15 games is needed for Griezmann to play more than 45 minutes for the buy option to become obligation. Now, looking at the calendar, you're thinking that's pretty much guaranteed, but of course, you never know. Atletico Madrid do have a lot of forward options: Angel Correa, João Felix, Alvaro Morata, Griezmann, Cunha, so they can go through the whole entire season without starting Antoine Griezmann, but I think that point will be coming at some way, shape, or form. I think after the World Cup, you'll see him starting week in, week out. And again, it's very, very clear that Simeone doesn't want to start him, but of course, the board of Atletico Madrid are telling him no. So wait and see what happens. But at the moment, Barcelona are a very common situation because, of course, last season pretty much saved Barcelona. He played 81% last season, and only needs 15 matches this season where he plays more than 45 minutes for the buy option to become mandatory. Let's now discuss the players who have been rumored to be staying at Barcelona over the past 24 hours and will now be leaving the club past the deadline on Thursday. First of course, is Memphis Depay. Now, Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Memphis Depay does not have any firm offers on the table currently. Real Sociedad were interested, but the player does not want to join them. He wants to join a bigger club. Now it's not ruled out that he stays at Barcelona at least until January, because he could end up leaving in January based on teams' predicaments. They need another player. Of course, World Cup games every other day. So during January, he could become a market opportunity again. Now, also, Jordan Miro came out saying that Memphis Depay is very close to staying at Barcelona and most likely will not leave the club. Nico Days finally from Cope came out saying that Memphis Depay does not rule out staying at Barcelona. In the last few days, he's had no firm offers, but the club believes that if he does end up leaving, it will be on deadline day. Again, I've said this since May. You're a club looking for a cheap striker. Who's the top of your list? It will be Memphis Depay. Deadline day, clubs get desperate. So I'm not saying it's 100% going to stay in Memphis. I'm thinking right now it's a solid 80%. I think if Aubameyang leaves, that'll bring that probably up to 85, 90%, because again, the club may be reluctant to let him go unless a big offer comes in. Again, we have a full agreement with Memphis Depay to terminate his contract, but I think Depay then would have to push for the move, saying, look, everyone, I go to, for example, United. I think the club will say, you know what, terminate, thanks for your services, adios amigo. So wait and see on Memphis, but again, his future can change from now to the deadline day, but most likely his future past the deadline day will be at Barcelona. Now, another Dutch Barcelona player who's on the same boat as Memphis Depay is, of course, Frenkie de Jong, with his future most likely past deadline day being at Barcelona. Sport came out saying that Frenkie de Jong stays at Barcelona. He does not want to join either Manchester United or Chelsea. Samuel Marsden from ESPN came out saying that Frenkie de Jong will stay at Barcelona except for anything remarkable. Chelsea have not even spoken about personal terms with Frenkie de Jong, as he never opened up the possibility of a move. As we all know, Chelsea apparently had made a big offer to Frenkie de Jong over the past 24 hours of a salary of around 18 million euros net per season, which of course is around about 400,000 euros per week. He's currently earning, I think, 14 at the club. The club wanted to reduce that to around 9 or 10. Again, I think right now his exit is very, very difficult. This is a big transfer. They have to first agree a transfer fee with Barcelona and then talk with Frenkie de Jong. Can you really do that in 48 hours? I'm not quite too sure. For United, it's a bit easier because, of course, they have a full agreement with Barcelona. Just to get the player to convince him as well. But the United have the money for 75 million euros. Just spot 100 million euros on Anthony. So looks like Frenkie de Jong will be staying at the club again. I think this will force him pretty much to take that salary reduction, because I know for a fact the club are not afraid to freeze him out. Look, take that salary reduction, 14 million euros to 9. Yes, great, play, enjoy the World Cup. If you don't, I think the club will freeze him out. Again, World Cup's coming up in November. The Netherlands, I think, haven't qualified for the last two, so they don't. If he doesn't go to this one, he may not go to another one for a very long time. So I think Barcelona right now are very calm, very optimistic about Frenkie de Jong's situation. But it's clear at the moment that his exit before deadline day is very unlikely. Now, along with Frenkie de Jong, another player who's currently in negotiation over a salary reduction with Barcelona is Marc-Andre ter Stegen. Now, Cat Radio have come out saying that Marc-Andre ter Stegen knows that Barcelona will call him to renegotiate his salary. His intention is to listen to the club, and he knows that this will be done to all the players who currently earn more than the new salary scale. Now, apparently, according to reports, ter Stegen is earning around 11 million euros net per year. And of course, the cap of Barcelona currently is around 10. I think the club want to bring him down to around 8 or 9 as well, maybe even 7 if that's possible. Look, we knew before the match against Real Valladolid that Barcelona and ter Stegen kind of agreed, look, we will talk, we will come to agreement on a salary reduction. So keep your eyes on ter Stegen, I would say, in the last 48 hours of the window, because if we need, some room in FFP, we need some salary margin to bring in, for example, Bernardo or Hector Bellerin or Marc Alonso, ter Stegen can be our last saving grace if we don't get rid of Braithwaite, Pjanic, Abde, Aubameyang. So keep your eyes on that. I think more so his wage reduction will be developed during the season, maybe halfway through October, November time. I don't think the club will be in too much of a rush once everyone's fully registered. But again, ter Stegen is going to cooperate with Barcelona over a salary reduction. Let's now discuss some contract renewal updates around the first team at Barcelona. I felt like I have not said that in months, but it is the same update on the contract renewal of Pablo Gavi. Now, of course, he turns 18. We can give him, a full 10-year contract, but of course, the club is waiting for the Mercado to end. Now, Sport came out saying that Barcelona agreed with Gavi the conditions of his renewal months ago and hope to make his renewal official once the market closes. So again, keep your eyes on Gavi as well. The club have to leave some margin to renew Gavi and also promote Inaki Pena to the first team. Again, Inaki Pena is wearing number 26. He's still registered with Barcelona Athletic. He needs to be promoted to number 13, of course, the second goalkeeper number, to the first team. So keep your eyes on both players. They should be promoted to the first team once the Mercado ends. And again, Gavi will renew his contract. Full agreement was reached, I believe, back in July or whatever it may be. They wait till his birthday so they can give him a full 5-year contract. And they're waiting for the salary margin, FFP, all that sort of stuff to, settle down enough so that way they can register him and renew him properly with no problem whatsoever. But in the end, Gavi will renew his contract at Barcelona. Now, the final topic that I want to discuss before I end off this video is give you guys a recap of Barcelona's plan for the last 48 hours of the transfer window. Their plan right now is very clear. Gerard Demiro came out saying that Mateo Alemán, Jordi Cruyff, and the rest of the board continue to work on the transfers for the rest of this window. Outgoings being Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, Miralem Pjanic, Sergino Dest, Abde on loan, and Braithwaite via contract termination. And possible incomings will be Marc Alonso, a new right back, i.e. Hector Bellerin, and the icing on the cake, i.e. Bernardo Silva. Now, on the exit, Gerard Demiro is coming out saying that the departure of Aubameyang, Pjanic, and Braithwaite will be completed in time before the end of the window. It will be done. And of course, Abde will go out on loan as well. So the best source in Barcelona is saying that Braithwaite, Aubameyang, Pjanic, and Abde will not be in Barcelona past the deadline on Thursday, which for me is very, very, very interesting. Of course, Abde 100% will leave, Braithwaite as well, hopefully. I think Aubameyang right now is around 90%, but Pjanic, I would say, is probably around 50-50. Of course, if it's just not alone with us covering whatever, I'll be okay with it. If it's alone with the salary fully covered, I'm okay. And of course, permanent transfer will be ideal. Now, in terms of those incomings, Gerard Demiro is saying that FC Barcelona believe they'll be able to sign Marc Alonso, Hector Bellerin, and Bernardo Silva before the window ends. I think Alonso, of course, as we all know, is done. Bellerin free transfer should not be a problem. But the big question mark is, of course, over Bernardo Silva. Look, we'll wait and see, man. It's gonna be an intense 48 hours. It's videos from me uploaded all over the place. Of course, I will do individual videos on big updates. Expect a lot. Turn your notifications, subscribe down below. It's gonna be a huge final 48 hours in the Mercado for Barcelona. So that was my reaction to the Barcelona news over the past 24 hours. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, and of course, leave me your thoughts down below in the comments on everything we discussed. Of course, incomings, Bellerin, Alonso, Bernardo Silva, outgoings, Dest, Aubameyang, Pjanic, Abde, Braithwaite, staying, Depay, and Frenkie de Jong. Leave me all your thoughts down below, and of course, make sure you guys subscribe down below as well if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Take care, and Forza Barca.